Stories are the pages that make up this book we call life. My name's Krish Patel, and I'm the founder of an organisation that's a not-for-profit organisation here in Bolton called Tales to Inspire. Tales to Inspire shares the lived experience of people from underrepresented communities, and we share those stories on our podcasts, on our blogs, on our platforms, and then we support those individuals. We take them into schools, into companies, to raise awareness and create impact through lived experience. Our society has so many challenges, and one of the challenges that I couldn't figure out was that mental health and refugees or asylum seekers or homeless people or women's empowerment and challenges with women's health, they were all connected. And I couldn't figure out how to put them together. So basically it's across societal challenges, whether that's a disability, mental health, homelessness, whatever that is, we share stories of people from different backgrounds. I'm from a mixed race background. My dad's Indian, my mum's English, and I never quite felt like I belonged in any community. So going through, I managed to play football and professional football for a local team called Bury, and then I went and played in America for 6 years, and it was amazing. I was pretty materialistic at the time, and I didn't really have deeper values than looking at myself and my family. And I came across a person who changed my life when he basically saw my potential. I was having some real challenges, and he put his arm around me and said, look, life is full of challenges and you can break through these challenges. The question is, are you going to accept them or are you going to run away from them? And he took me under his wing and he saw my potential, and it helped me change my perspective of how I viewed life. That was in the US. And then I had this mad idea. I was 23 years old at the time, and I was in America, just got my degree, and I was like, I'm going to do something for others. So I decided I was going to run a marathon a day, 4 marathons in 4 days from across the northwest of England to the northeast, and I called it the Road to Uganda campaign, and I was going to support people in Uganda. And so I went over and volunteered in Uganda, and after doing the marathons, I ended up raising over £10,000. And with that money, to this day, we support and have built a schoolhouse that supports 150 children every single term, which has been amazing, which is such a great journey. But that was whilst I was still in the US, 2016, 17, 18, that kind of period of my life. Then I came home to Bolton and I saw homeless people everywhere. And I started to ask questions why. I managed to actually connect with these people on the streets and became great friends with many of them. And I led a homeless outreach group called Brew Power. Every Wednesday morning or Wednesday evening, we would go out on the streets of Manchester to connect to people on the streets. But during that time, I started to get a lot of negativity towards me, and a lot of our team basically saying, people were saying to us, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, or if they're not willing to help themselves, who do you think you are trying to help these homeless people? And I realised there was a gap between homeless people and the people walking past. So I decided I would swim all the lakes in the Lake District, the biggest national park in England, 53 miles. I'm not a swimmer, I like the hot tub and the steam room. And so I really was challenging myself during this. 2019, I was working a regular job. I'd just done this challenge, but all I wanted to do was help people. And I realised that people's stories lit me up. But I couldn't figure out who my role models were. My role models were celebrities. They were people outside of my reality. I actually connected with a person on the streets who changed my life forever. And he said, Krish, stories are the pages that make up this book we call life. That was it. Light bulb moment, I very rarely have them. And in that moment it was, we all have stories. How do we use them to be better? So I shared a story of a friend who'd been on the streets, a friend called Danny, and he'd got himself off the streets, and Danny was amazing. I interviewed him, I put his story on the blog, and Tales to Inspire was live November the 4th, 2019. And I thought maybe my mum would read the blog, or a few people. But within 3 days, it had actually reached 15 countries. People in 15 countries had read the Tales to Inspire of Danny's blog. And at the bottom of every story we share, we put helplines. And after one day, a young lady reached out to us saying that she was feeling suicidal. She read Danny's story, felt encouraged, and went and got help via one of the helplines. Like 3 days, 15 countries, one day helping someone who was really feeling so bad and feeling encouraged. And I was like, maybe we have something here. So I started sharing a story every single week. To this day, we have shared 164 stories across the world, and people who are community change makers. We call them champions. And we go into schools, we go into companies, we go into organisations, raising awareness on those societal challenges that they represent. We put stories into documentary films, we do anything around lived experience, storytelling, and basically anything to showcase the incredible people that we have in our communities. Bridging a gap instead of making a gap.